Hello, this is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. On Friday, late afternoon, Bhaichung Bhutia held a press conference at the Calcutta Sports Journalists Club on the Calcutta Maidan to explain himself and talk about his side of the story of the allegations made last Friday by the All India Football Federation President Kalyan Chaubey. It has become very, very personal between these two gentlemen who have been former teammates. And Bhaichung, to me, clearly the much better of the two as an orator, as someone who can captivate an audience and also to get his viewpoints across. Well, the AIFF press conference felt very lazy and sleepy. Bhaichung was on the point. Bhaichung was prepared for this press conference. And the main talking point? What was it to be? It was the mismanagement of Kalyan Chaubey, potential corruption, potential misappropriation, and that the AIFF is a broken house, that the AIFF has many, many issues, that the national teams are not doing well, that Kalyan Chaubey has had 3 secretaries, that Kalyan Chaubey is not fit to be the president of the AIFF. Not only that, Bhaichung went on to say that the BJP government was wanting to have sports persons in key positions in sporting bodies and sporting federations, and the name of sports athletes as administrators has been tarnished by Kalyan Chaubey. A very key point in all of that. As I said, Bhaichung was prepared. Bhaichung knew the audience were mainly the journalists from Kolkata, and these are people who've been following him, some of them for now, close to 30 years. The key point again, Kalyan Chaubey is not fit to be AIFF president. The AIFF actually needs change. But Bhaichung wanted to defend himself also because there was things put out by Kalyan that Bhaichung didn't make any criticism at EXCO meetings, technical committee and other things. It felt like that Kalyan Chaubey wanted to say, you know what, Bhaichung Bhutia, he wouldn't be better than me. I know what I'm doing. And Bhaichung wanted to and needed to defend that point, that he should not be compared to Kalyan. He should be judged by his track record. And one of the things that he spoke about in detail was the Bhaichung Bhutia football school, something that had been set up, which he of course had to explain because the Bhaichung Bhutia football schools is to some extent a pay-to-play model where the parents of kids pay and enable those kids to play at that academy, while there are other kids who get scholarships, and that is, so to say, the talent base that is utilized, the talent base that he also said and proves that, the BBFS model works because we are making profits. How much wasn't said, but again, he said that BBFS makes profits as one of the few institutions in Indian football. Bhaichung was then in the Q&A asked by my good friend Dhiman Sarkar from the Hindustan Times, Bhaichung, do you want to stand as president for the next elections? And it seems Bhaichung has learned his lessons from 2022. In 2022, he stood despite it looking clear that not many would be voting for him. Bhaichung got only 1 vote against Kalyan Chaubey. And this time around, his very diplomatic political answer was, you know what, I'm not in the game, I'm wait and watch. But if people want, I'm ready for it. That to me clearly isn't a no. So therefore, Bhaichung is in the running. If there is any possibility, he will run to be AIFF president. This was potentially the start of his campaign, if he is campaigning. Because whenever we have new elections in the AIFF, it will be interesting to see who actually stands for those elections. What will be the future of Indian football. But one thing is clear, after this press conference, Kalyan Chaubey, via the social medias of the AIFF, released a rebuttal, a counter, as if it was already prepared because the press conference had been announced a few days ago. This Kalyan versus Bhaichung saga, as you started, it's not going to end anytime soon. And there's going to be more mudslinging, more allegations. And all of this is not helping Indian football at all. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? Anything else to add? Write those things down in the comments below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com. And I'll be back very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.